Okay, so it looks like we're live. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. All right, so I think we're good. I'm gonna give it a few minutes before we get started. I know it's pretty early for some places in the world. It's 10 a.m. where I am. So, but I know some places it's real early. So if you're here, thank you. This is just when I have free time. So, but I'm gonna give it a few minutes just to let people join in if they're going to. So in the meantime, if you want to make the glitter with me, the materials were in the thing, but you need your glow powder, your glitter, something to mix in, something to mix with isopropyl alcohol. So yeah, we're gonna just give it a minute. How's everybody doing this morning? It is clearly raining where I am, and my dog is very stubborn. Doesn't like to go outside on his own when it's raining. So, the sacrifices that I make. There's an umbrella right there too. I just don't use it. All right. Let me scooch my laptop back. Alrighty, so we have a good few people on. I'm actually gonna go put my dog in his pen real fast while I let the last people join, and then I'll be right back because he's wet and he's gonna jump on the couches and I don't want that, so I'll be right back. Oh, Gunner. Hi, good boy. Can you go get your pen? Good boy. Thank you. Yes, good boy. Alrighty, I'm back. So, I say he's wet and he will get all over the couches and I don't want to deal with that. So, what you're going to need is your glitter of choice. I'm using Purple to Schmurple because I want to make a purple glow. So that is what I'm using. I have this from my subscription box, my last one. You're going to need glow powder. So I originally was going to do this Friday. I didn't have time to order from Fairy Tale. I'm now doing it Monday because it was late, so I could have ordered from Fairy Tale, but she doesn't have a purple glow anyways. So I have these from Amazon. From what I've seen, they look okay. I've personally only ever used Happy Haunts and Hitchhiking Ghosts from Fairy Tale. But I'm going to be using this one here today, which is a purple. And it's purple in general and then purple glow too. With this little glow powder kit, I did get a UV flashlight so you can charge them up and see. I have one light on, or I have two lights on, so you can't see the glow, but we'll definitely show it later. But yeah, so I'm picking glitter, powder. You're going to want isopropyl alcohol. This is 70%. I've used 50, I've used 70, I've used 90%, 99. I've used so many different ones that I don't think it matters too much. But you're gonna want isopropyl alcohol to bond it. You're going to want something to mix in. So I have a paper bowl and something to mix with. So I have my box of popsicle sticks that I destroyed. So I'm gonna just grab one. This is one that I've made before, and it is, you can see Mother of Pearl Glow, and it's white to green because it was mixed with Hitchhiking Ghost. So I've done this before, it's worked for me, so it might not be the proper way, but that's how I do it. So we're gonna go ahead and just get started. And if you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask. All right. So I've got my bowl here. I want to do this whole ounce because I don't want to just fill a shaker with part of an ounce. Addie girl, that's not your food. She's eating his food. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tear off the corner. Such a pretty color this is. And I'm just going to dump in some of it. I'm going to start with about half, just because I want to make sure I have enough glow powder before I dump the whole thing. Because I don't want to dump too much glitter and then not have enough glow powder to actually make it glow or do anything. So I've got my glow powder here. We're going to open that up. And it's sealed, which is nice. And I'm going to go ahead and dump in a little bit. You're going to want to dump in less than you think you're going to need, because you can always add more. You can't take away though. All right. Got the sticker off, so there is the powder. And I'm just going to dump in just a little bit. And I'm going to go hit the light, and then we're going to mix this. All right, so I am sitting in a room with windows, so it's not going to get pitch black, but it should hopefully be dark enough to see the glow. And I'm just gonna mix this as is, just with the powder. So I'm already thinking that's not going to be enough, but we're gonna just go ahead and do it. All right, and let's see. And I'm just gonna charge it up. If you don't have one of these UV flashlights, you can buy them on Amazon. Or, yeah, so I can see a little bit in person, but nowhere near enough glow that I like. So I'm just going to dump in some more. But if you don't have the flashlight, you can, I know there's ways you can like make your own supposedly. I've never done that, but I got this one with my powders. Or you can buy them separate, or you can just, if it's sunny, you can go outside and charge it that way and just run to like a dark closet or a room or something. All right. But all you're gonna do is just mix it up really good. And sorry if that sound is awful. The like glitter and popsicle stick and paper. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see, but right in here it's starting to glow. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. And just to show, let me see how it looks on camera with one that actually does glow. So just so I know what I'm looking for on camera. So this is, like I said, Hitchhiking Ghost in Mother of Pearl. So this one glows green. Yeah, so you can see the glow. You guys see that? Was white, now it's green. So this, just because it's a color and it's purple, it's probably going to take a lot of powder. But like I said, just go little by little. You don't want to add too much powder because then it could look powdery. Yeah, just mix up your glitter and your glow. Since it's a color, I'm thinking it's going to take a lot more glow powder than normal just because it's got to overpower the color. I'm not sure if that's actually how it works, but that makes sense to me. Yeah, super easy. Yes, I can see the glow in here. Can you guys see it turning blue a little up here? Yeah, so it's definitely starting to turn a little blue, if you can tell. I don't think you can tell super well on camera, since it is kind of light. We might have to take it to a dark room at some point. But I'm gonna go ahead and just dump in the rest of this because this set was pretty cheap, so if I need to, I can just order more. All right. I love how it stains the popsicle stick. All right. Yeah, so it's definitely turning bluish purple in person. I know you guys probably can't see it on camera. Let me see if I can try to shield it some way to show you guys. Let's see. But what you do is you just keep going and adding glow powder until you are very happy with how it looks. That's really all you do. And like I said, it's not showing up on camera, but in person, that is looking pretty grapey and blue. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, unfortunately. So we might have to do a second batch where we'll use like one of the greens or something that you can see really well. But yeah, so I'm actually pretty content with that. So I don't want to add any more glitter because I don't want it to not change. So there's that. So next, when you're happy with the glow, I know you guys can't see it, but it is glowing in person, I promise. You're going to want to mix in some alcohol, some isopropyl alcohol, because that's going to bond the powder with the glitter. So you want to start just by adding a little bit. You don't want to overdo it. The consistency you're going for is kind of like slightly wet sand. Like, it's not wet sand. It's not going to be moldable to like a sandcastle, but it is damp, if that makes sense. You see how all these little balls forming, so that's good. That means you're mixing it, you're getting it wet, but you don't want to over mix it. I don't think it hurts anything if you over mix it. I personally don't know, I haven't done it. They've all worked out for me, so I would assume I haven't. But I think it's just going to take longer to dry, or maybe it'll dissolve your glow powder. I'm not sure, but you just want like wet sand consistency. This is just to bond the glow powder to the glitter. All right, so this looks pretty clumpy and wet looking. What percentage alcohol? I'm using 70 this time. I've used 50, I've used 90, I've used pretty much any of them over 50 and they've worked. This time I'm using 70. So, and when I did this Mother of Pearl Hitchhiking Ghost one, I used 50, I want to say. So, I know those two work for sure. I can show you that those two work. All right, so we were just mixing. You just want all of it incorporated. All right, and a good way to tell is, one, how clumpy it is, but two is going to be if you pinch it, does it kind of hold its shape a little? Which it does. Feels like sand, so we're on the right track. All right, and then the reason I said you want the paper is because you can leave it like this and it will still dry, but by laying it out on a paper, you'll dry it a lot faster. And me being me, I'm impatient and I don't like waiting for things. So I'm gonna just dump it out on this sheet of paper. I'm going to just dump it out on the sheet of paper. And I'm just going to kind of chop it up, make sure it's mixed. I don't want it too close to the edges because I am going to have to move it from the table I'm at. But yeah, just kind of chop it up, spread it out. Too close. All right. And chop it up like this. So that way, it dries faster. So then once it's dried, you're going to have just a nice consistency like this one, which just looks and feels like glitter. So it doesn't feel powdery, it doesn't feel anything, which is why you wanted to mix it with the alcohol. That's the step that most people don't do, and then they're like, why is it patchy? Why does it look powdery? And that's because you didn't mix it. I'm not a scientist, I've just seen what works for me, but by mixing it, it makes it less powdery looking. So I'm assuming it's because it like powder and water. I mean, when you mix powder and water, we all know what happens. So I'm assuming that's why it bonds with the glitter, so that way it doesn't look powdery. So I have it all laid out here. I'm going to go ahead and move this one, and then I want to do a different one. I wasn't planning on doing a different one, but I want to because I want you guys to be able to see the glow. So let me move this out of the way and just lay it somewhere out to dry. All right. So we're gonna pick a different glitter, and I'm gonna pick one that shows up well on camera, whether I'm gonna use it or not right away. So this one is blue. So this one is a white, but it glows blue. So let's see if we can actually see that blue, because usually greens and blues are the best. Ooh. So I'm putting my little UV light on it. Let's see if it glows blue. I hope it does, so I can actually show you guys. Boom, yeah, there we go. So it actually glows blue, which is great. That's what I wanted to see. Plain blue. So it does actually show, so I can actually show you. I was expecting the purple to be a little brighter, and it wasn't. So I'm gonna grab, all right. Sorry, I went and go ahead and grabbed a different bowl. You don't wanna mix them up, otherwise you're mixing your colors. Hey, Kathy. I hope this is making sense. It's really easy once you know what to do, what consistencies you're going for and whatnot. So I went ahead and grabbed my Mother of Pearl. I go through Mother of Pearl like nothing else because it is one of my best-selling tumblers, but it's also, I use it in all kinds of things. Hi, Nina. Nina. I had a manager at one point. She spelled it the same way, and she went by Nina. But I know everyone called her Nina. So, hello. Good morning. So, once again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to dump in some glitter. Oh, Mother of Pearl is such a pretty color. And I have the large shaker because I go through this color like crazy. I've already refilled that once. All right, so I've got my glitter in there. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna dump in some glow. So this is going to be a white to blue glow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm sure I'll find a use. Nina. Her name was Nina, and she always got very annoyed when people called her Nina, but she's like, I guess it's spelled that way. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just sprinkle in some glow. So this one is definitely, you can see, hopefully, it is a lot more yellow, the powder is, than Fairy Tales. Fairy Tales are white. I remember bagging them, or jarring them. I jarred and named and labeled all of the glow powders originally. So this one is definitely a lot more yellow, but that's what you get from ordering from Amazon. So I highly recommend Happy Haunts, I believe I called it, is the white to blue. I highly recommend from Ruth over this one. But in a crunch, hopefully this works. We're gonna mix it up with the white glitter, and hopefully you can't tell. So I'm gonna grab another popsicle stick from my giant pile of popsicle sticks. All right. All right, and we're just mixing up the glitter and the glow. Oh, hi, Emily. I totally just saw you were watching. It's just like Emily's watching. So hi, Emily. All right, so there's that. Super easy. Just mix it up. You can mix it any way you want. This is just how I do it. I typically do it in a little Tupperware container because then I can just wash the Tupperware before I make my next glow one, so that way I'm not wasting a ton of bowls. But I don't have any with me right now that aren't in use, so that's why we have this. We're going to get our flashlight, our UV flashlight, not just a regular flashlight, our UV flashlight. Oh, there we go. We can see the blue a little bit better. There we go. Now you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So you can see there's parts that are still a little patchy. So I want to add a little more glow powder and more glitter just because I don't think, that's not a ton of glitter. So like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet, but I don't wanna have an under amount of glitter. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you guys can definitely start telling that that's actually blue now. So that's awesome. That is what I was hoping for with this color. So we're gonna just take our glitter again. sprinkle some more glitter. Addie girl, it's okay. No need to bark. No one's here. It's just me. She barks all the time. All right, and we're gonna add in some more glow powder. I'm gonna do just a pinch more because I can always add more glitter since I do have a lot of mother of pearl. And mix. And if you liked how that looked, how patchy, like how it wasn't perfectly solid, go ahead and do it then. If you want that kind of look, that could look really cool on like an It tumbler or like a horror tumbler. Good morning, Erin. So if you just, once you reach the desired glow intensity, that's when you go ahead and add the alcohol. So once again, just mixing our glitter and our glow. That's all we're doing so far. Oh, I got a hair in there. Looks like a dog hair. I still can't get it. The struggle. There we go. I always have to inspect everything to make sure it does not have his hair in it. He sheds like no one's business. All right, so that looks pretty thoroughly mixed to me. So once again, we're gonna get our UV light. If you don't have a UV light, go outside in the sun. The sun is the strongest UV flashlight there ever was. And I'm just gonna kind of charge it up. Ooh, in person, I can already see this is glowing really well. It's got a strong coloring. Yeah, it does take a lot of glow powder to make glow glitter. If you're mixing glow powder into your epoxy, I don't think it takes nearly as much. I was making 2 tumblers one time, and I was mixing sand dunes with Happy Haunts, and I ended up using the whole like 15 little jar, 15 little, what, grams jar? Oh yeah, that is really pretty blue. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is a really solid blue. There's a couple little spots over here. I'm gonna see if that's just because I didn't hit the flashlight or if it's because there's not enough glow. But yeah, mixing glow glitter does take a lot of glow powder. So far with this Amazon kit, I can link it after this video. This one's working really well, the white to blue. Not all of them are going to be perfect. I understand because it is, I mean, it's Amazon. It can't be for how cheap it is. So if you want good quality for quantity, you're going to want to go with Fairy Tale. Oh yeah, so that was just me mixing. So that is really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. White to blue, guys. What could I do with this? All right. Let me see how much glitter I have. I'm thinking I've mixed probably about 1 ounce, almost 1.5 ounces. So I think that's really good. Heather, never thought of that. It's a great idea. It is a really cool thing just because you don't have to worry about it looking powdery by doing this. By mixing it with the glitter, with the alcohol, you can make sure it's not powdery. Addie, I don't know if you guys can hear her slightly barking in the background. I'm telling you, she barks all the time. She's cute though. But, hi, sweet girl. It's okay. Come here and get some pets. But, yeah, you can definitely see that it's blue. It's obviously fading now. But, yeah, so I'm happy with how this is glowing. I'm contemplating making more. Should I make more? Or should I make just this much? I don't want to overmix. I can always make more. This container, I still have little less than half, maybe 1/3. So I can always make more later on too, which is great. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it and be like, this is enough. So we're gonna take our isopropyl alcohol with our stickers, all of our trash stickers, and we're gonna just dump it in. And we're gonna mix that up till we reach that wet sand consistency, so that way we know the powder has bonded with the glitter, or fused, or I don't know, melted, whatever word you want to go for. Just so we know it's not going to look powdery, which is the whole point. So But yeah, if you guys want, I can leave this Amazon, the powders down below. They aren't as good as Ruth's, I can tell you that now. But, I mean, they're decent. So if you want a Ruth Fairy Tale Glitter, I should say Fairy Tale Glitter, carries white to white, or white to white, white to blue, white to green, blue to blue, and green to green. I know that was a lot. There's 5 different ones. So if you want something besides that one, this little kit's decent. But I would highly recommend Ruth if she has it. So if you're looking for something. All right, so this looks pretty wet. It doesn't look super wet though, so we're gonna go ahead and pinch it and just kind of see that it's still a little loose and powdery. I'm gonna add the tiniest little bit of alcohol just to make sure we've got that right consistency. With everything, with the glitter, with the glow powder, with the alcohol, add it little by little just so you're not overdoing it, because if you put too much, you might mess it up. So it's just little by little. Take your time. You just want it to be just right, because you don't want to over powder, over glitter, over alcohol. Thank you guys for being here also this morning. I know it's early some places. For me, it's 10:30 almost, but I know some places that means it's 7:30, like California and that coast. So I do appreciate you guys being on. I hope this time works for everyone, because this is when I have time to do tutorials, and I want to start doing a couple in the group just for kind of like more simple things like this. I'm not super creative. I don't come up with new ideas a lot, but I'm always trying to learn new things. So, all right. So this looks like that wet sand consistency that I was wanting. So we're going to just tap it off my fingers. Why are you adding alcohol? I'm adding alcohol because it helps bond the glitter to the glow powder. So that way your glitter doesn't look powdery when you apply it. So basically it's just gonna like bond the two together. So that way it looks like glow glitter rather than glow and glitter. You don't want it to look powdery on your tumbler or your mold or whatever you're making. So you mix it with alcohol so it bonds together. It kind of like fuses and melts together. It does look like snow. It's so true. I wish it would snow. Oh, I love the snow. I know some places you guys are tired of the snow. But yeah, so that is the glow powder. And then I don't have a sheet of paper, so I'm just gonna kind of spread it out here for tutorial purposes so I don't have to run and get a piece. But normally, when you're at this step is when you want to get that piece of paper I told you to have and lay it out on the paper like this. You want to just lay it all out so that way it starts drying. I can already tell this one's drying a little bit. You can see more of the shine coming back, and it's looking really good. So it's still wet. I can still tell it's very wet, but it's getting there. So I'll transfer our snow to the paper after the tutorial just so I don't have to get up and run. But yeah, so it's really simple, and then just you let that air dry. I'm gonna leave it out on the counter. I'm gonna leave it out for a couple hours. I'm gonna run some errands. It's 10:30. I have to run over to a different house and do some errands, and then I have to pick up my little sister. She has a concussion and she can't drive, so I've been driving her around to school and work and stuff. So I'm gonna help her out a little bit today, and I've got to run to the post office. So I'll probably end up leaving this out till 5. I'm just gonna put it on my craft table and just leave it there. No one will mess with it, so it's just gonna sit there until I'm ready to put it in its container, I guess. And then you can, once it's done, you guys can, once it's done, you guys can just transfer it to a shaker. I get my shakers off Amazon. They have the black lids. I get them, they're quite large. The dogs. There's probably someone walking outside. Oh my goodness. It never ceases to amaze me how much they bark. Anyways. I'm gonna wait. I don't know if you guys can hear me, so 1 second. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go see what they're doing real quick so I can finish talking. Hey. You know it's fine, right? No one's coming to kill us, I promise. Okay? It's just the neighbor. They're going potty. They're okay. You leave Darcy alone. They're okay. Good guarding. You guys are crazy. Yes, you're crazy. It's just the neighbor. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, anyways, the neighbor was walking and they walk outside. I'm going to transfer, when I make glow powders, I don't mix a ton. So I usually end up transferring into like an old craft store shaker that I use these glitter for molds, or one of these. You can get these, I mean, a lot of places. I get mine at Michael's. They're like $6 for 6, but then I wait till there's a 50% off coupon, so I get 6 for $3. So that's what I put mine in typically, just because they're nice and small and I don't mix a ton of it. I usually get my large shakers off of Amazon though. Is there a way to watch this after it's gone? 7 is a bad time. That's when I'm getting the kids ready for school. Yeah, I'm going to save this to the group so that way you can view it in the group later. So that'll be an option. I also post my lives and stuff on YouTube. Careful over there. Someone bumped something. So it will be available in the group. It'll be in the albums tab. You'll be able to watch it no matter what. If not, I'm going to just literally take this video and upload it on YouTube as well, because I know a lot of people I have watched there to watch tutorials. They don't necessarily know about Fairy Tale. I do always put it in the description. I'm like, hey, join the group, because that's where I do them. That's where you'll catch it live. But yeah, so it'll be in this group and on YouTube. So if you can't find it in the group, you can either make a post, someone will tell you, or message me, tag me in something, and I can send you the YouTube link, whichever's easier, so that we can like save it, favorite it, whatever. I love your coffee cup. Yes, this is one of my favorites. It's Yoda. I am the biggest Disney person. I worked for the company for 4 years. It's a huge part of my life, and the only reason I still don't work there is because my husband decided to enlist and we moved to Texas. So, but when his contract is done, we've already agreed we want to move down to Florida to be close to the parks. So I have a very extensive Disney mug collection. There's 3 on the table because there's 3 of us that drinks coffee every morning and we're lazy and don't put our cups away right away. So we've got some cute 101 Dalmatians, Peter Pan, which is one of my favorites, Yoda. So yeah, if I do these tutorials on Monday mornings, you guys are going to see a lot of mugs because I drink coffee a lot. But does anyone have any questions about mixing your own glow powder or glow glitter? So like I said, it's pretty easy. Leave it out to dry now, and then when you're done, put it in a shaker, you're good to go. You apply it just like normal. I've done Mod Podge and epoxy method, so it works just the same. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, do you guys want to see the glow glitters, the glow powders, all the different ones you get, whether they're good or bad? We did the purple to purple one, which you can see it glow in person. It's supposed to glow purple. It glows kind of like a blue, which is fine. Works for me. Then we had the white to green, or white to blue, which we just did. Then there's a green to green. So let's see. Yeah, so ooh, that looks really cool. So that one's good. So green, or white to green. That one's good. This one is the green to green. So you can see it's green. And it's green. That looks so cool. Thank you. You're welcome. Once you apply, are you mixing into your epoxy to apply? No. I am going to just put it in a shaker just like this. This is Mother of Pearl with Hitchhiking Ghost. I'm going to put it in a shaker just like this, and I apply it just like any regular glitter. I'm going to most likely do Mod Podge method since that's just quicker for me. So I'd put Mod Podge all over the cup, sprinkle on the glitter just like you would regular, or if you're doing epoxy method, you put the little bit of epoxy on your cup, sprinkle it on, it works perfectly fine. So you just apply it just like regular glitter, which is the best part. You don't have to mix anything with your epoxy. You don't have to worry about it looking powdery. It's glitter now. It's just glitter, which is the best. So I'll say, because you guys can probably not see the sparkle a ton, but this is just straight glitter at this point. And it's mixed with a ton of Hitchhiking Ghost. So it's awesome. So you just apply it like regular glitter. So however you apply your glitter, that's how you'll apply it. If you're making a mold, I mix my glitter with my epoxy then. You can do that, but otherwise just apply it on top like normal. Okay, back to the powders. You get orange to orange. So here is that one. It's orange regular. Ooh. And like a really like bright orangey yellow. These definitely don't hold their shine super long, just sitting here. So, all right, this one says it's another white to teal. I'm glad we picked the other one. Oh no, there we go. It's pretty. So these are really cheap. I think it was like $16 for all of these. So, and you got 10 and the little flashlight, because that's good because I didn't have mine. This is blue to blue. I'm just kind of showing you guys what you get in this set. So, since I know the purple wasn't the greatest, it says it's red to red. That's definitely like a coral. This looks like Queen Athena, color-wise. Ooh. And it shines like a bright orangey color. This one says it's gold. It's definitely like a deep yellow. Glows really well though. And this one's yellow to yellow. So yeah, so you get all of these. It was like $16. So like I said, if you want super good quality, I would highly recommend Fairy Tale. I've used Hitchhiking Ghost, which is the white to green. And I've used Happy Haunts, which is the white to blue, I think. Yeah, because Hitchhiking Ghost, I always do green. Yeah, you'd think I'd named them. I'd know which one's which. Where did you get the set? I got it from Amazon. So like I said, I just recommend the, the Fairy Tale glitter glow powders are phenomenal. Hitchhiking Ghost and Happy Haunts, which is the white to blue, are the best. They're amazing. I highly recommend those. If you want a different color, like I was just showing these, like if you wanted this yellow to yellow, these are from Amazon. I'll be putting a link in this video afterwards. I just can't while I'm doing it, but that's where these are from. And it's just a little glow powder set. You get the 10 colors and the flashlight. The flashlight did not come with batteries, if that matters. It took 3 AAAs, so which I get from the dollar store. But yeah, so that's where these are from. I highly recommend the ones from Fairy Tale if you're doing white to blue, white to green. I've personally used those, and I can tell you they are amazing. Or if you're doing blue to blue or green to green, that's where Fairy Tale has those too. And they also have white to white, which I really want to get. So I'm hoping that comes in stock soon, or if it is in stock, I get it. I always make a list of stuff I want and then I forget. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Does anyone have any other questions? This was extremely helpful. Oh, I'm glad. Yay. I always feel like my tutorials are not going to be helpful. I'm like, this is the thing people know. So I'm glad it was. That's awesome. Yeah, like it's not super hard, but it's just making sure you know how to do it and like how to mix it right. So I'm glad it helped you. Yay. You'll have to share, if you make any creations, you'll have to share and make sure to tag me because I love seeing what you guys do when I make videos. So I made a video over on my YouTube recently that I posted only there because I believe Deneen was the one that did it here, but how to make your own custom glow vinyl, or not glow, my goodness, custom glitter vinyl. I made that and posted it on YouTube, and people loved it. And so there's been a couple that have tagged me in it. I was like, oh, I love it. So what did you miss? So today we mixed glow glitter. So we have, where is it? There it is. We have glitter and glow powder mixed with alcohol here. And it is currently drying because alcohol is obviously wet. So it's drying right now. And once it's dry, you're going to have a super, super pretty glow glitter. It's not going to be powdery from the powder. It's going to be glitter, and it's phenomenal. So here's one that I've made in the past. This is Mother of Pearl, which if you guys don't know, it is like the prettiest opal white glitter ever, mixed with Hitchhiking Ghost, which is the white to green. There we go. Yeah, it's super cool. So that is what we made today. This will be available in the group and on YouTube after. What does the alcohol do? It kind of bond, you mix it with the glitter and the glow, you mix it with alcohol, so that way it bonds everything together. So that way you don't have a powdery looking glitter. It's basically to make it not look powdery. By mixing it, it kind of bonds to the glitter and it just looks like glitter that glows. It's great. So, because otherwise you're gonna have like just straight powder and no one wants a powdery cup. So that is what that's for. Any other questions? And I'm gonna be, yeah, it is really cool. I love it. I love making my glow cups. They're so fun. And it's pretty easy and it's not super expensive. So it's good to do. I had a customer wanting a fishing lure for a guy to glow. How would you do that? Without glitter? Without glitter, I would probably just mix some of the glow into the epoxy. So you're gonna want a white. So if you're doing a fishing lure, I usually think a fishing lure is like green, yellow, orange, around that range. Hey Jennifer, have a good day too. Oh, so sweet. I think of fishing lures as green, yellow, and orange. Usually that's kind of like the fishing lure I think of. So I would get Hitchhiking Ghost, which is white to green, and I would just mix in a little into your epoxy. I personally haven't done that yet, but I can if you guys are interested. But mix up your epoxy however much you need and dip in just the tiniest little bit of glow powder. Like dip your popsicle stick into the powder and like mix it in and check it and see how it's glowing, because you don't want to add too much or it will look powdery. So you don't want that. You don't want it to look powdery. So yeah, little by little, mix it into your epoxy and do a white one, I would assume, because otherwise it'll show color. I know there's also, I've seen it at Walmart. It's like super expensive, but it's it's a clear spray that glows green. So you may be able to do that too. I haven't done it, but supposedly it's clear, but it glows green. So once you've made your fishing lure, you can just spray it like it's like a clear sealer, and then it should glow green. I have not tried that, so I'm not sure. I've just seen it. So that would be something to try on like a test cup. But yeah, so that's how I would do that, is just mix the tiniest little bit of glow into your epoxy. Sorry, I ramble a lot if no one knows. So, all right, so I'm not seeing any more questions. I'm checking my phone and my computer to make sure there's no more questions. And I'll have my phone with me all day, so I'll be able to answer any questions on this video. So, all right, I think we're good. I'm gonna try to do a tutorial again next week. So I'm gonna get that all set up later this week. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Oh, Erin, oh, you're welcome. I hope you guys all have a great day. Enjoy this Monday. For me, it's a rainy, busy Monday, so those Monday feels, but I will talk to you guys later. Bye.